for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
First carry now for David Montgomery. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to me.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
The Dolphins at 9-3 here on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. First down, here's the run to Montgomery to about the 26 here.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Fields.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Trucks over him. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And this returnable for Hill.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Going for the deep ball. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Fields.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown.
Velus Jones.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bears get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And going deep for Hill.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he'll they'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Hands it off out of the gun. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
That's caught at the 25. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. On play action, Allen. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 163 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On second down, they'll run it here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Fields. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 4th down, Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, they'll run it here. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Going deep for Montgomery. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 106 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
56.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. He's
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Sanders' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, actually, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Howard.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 162 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Being chased out left. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.